What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, all that good stuff. This is the Fexel Roundtable 2023. I'm joined by the lovely Arneezy and Wavy Amar. How's it going, gentlemen?
Hello.
Yo, you know, it's kind of weird you streaming the round table instead of me, Geki. Just throwing that out there.
Things are always a
But
bit weird.
but it's all right though. It's all right. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a great time and looking forward to this discussion we're going to be having.
Yes, it'll be very interesting. It was quite the year of Fexel.
Yeah, exactly. We have got great topics lined up today. So we have a few. We're going to talk about Revo 20XX3, which was hosted by the wonderful Rayo Karna. Talk about some moments there. We're going to talk about the big ones, Fexel tournament that they had recently in Japan. We're going to talk about the 3.0 version of the game, patch, unsure at the moment. And to finish things off, we have the Thunderbolt round, which is a bunch of quick lightning round questions for our roundtable members.
Let's go.
So hope you guys will enjoy. So these are rehearsed questions, so they know what's coming. So we're not going to throw any curveballs at them. I don't want to catch Arneezy off guard.
You sure about that?
Yeah, catch him in a pickle, you know. But so we're gonna talk about Revo 20XX3 first. So Ravy, you actually had the pleasure of going in person and entering the tournament
luckily.
along with our wonderful Mike Zord from Portugal. So this was an international event for Fexo. I think probably the biggest diverse bracket, I would say, because you had people from the UK locally. You had Saro T flying from Japan. You had you from Canada, and then Mike from Portugal. I think that's pretty much all over the world.
Yeah, it was kind of unfortunate that no Americans could show up because that would have been
Yeah.
nice. We could have had everybody from a different country, but
Yeah,
it was the experience. It was so awesome to see Mike. Mike is one of the nicest people you'll ever meet in person. He helped me a lot just with directions because I didn't have data on my phone, so he really helped me just get around the city. But yeah, shout outs to Mike, great player.
Yeah. And honestly, I thought it was such a surprise because we haven't seen UK representation for a long time since Ketchup and Mustard. I believe the last tournament they ran before like MK11 kind of came around was the Meteor combo tournament. And that was like a good handful of players too, but I don't recognize any of those players in that bracket in this one. So it was quite different to see.
And I want to give a big shout out to Ray because those players, a couple of them were actually like his pupils. So he was trying to,
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was trying to play with them, I think beforehand, maybe about for like 3 months or so, getting them prepared for the tournament. So big shout outs to Ray. He did a great job, with the whole tournament. He was doing a lot. He was running around everywhere. So big shout outs to Ray. Such a good guy. Very nice guy.
Yeah, it seems pretty cool. It's nice to actually like put a face to a name. And I did a watch party stream for the tournament, and I was commenting. He looks like Jeffrey from the Fresh Prince.
He actually is even cooler than Jeffrey. He has such a cool persona. Like he's such a nice person. Like I can't even put into words how just easygoing and just his energy was just such positivity. I loved it. Yeah. He really did a great job. He really helped me out. But even the venue itself, it was like a community center, but it was a pretty big one.
Okay.
Yeah, my only issue, I know we're gonna get into this later into the stream. I don't want to like just throw it all out.
Yeah, no, of course.
No, my only issue about the tournament is that I wish each person had a single screen. Because we're kind of like crammed together looking at one screen, and the angle that we were on was kind of like if you were sitting on the left side, I felt like you had the better angle because it was more direct into the monitor.
Okay.
But, yeah,
So
that's
I will say that a lot of tournaments do have mostly like one monitor instead of like there's some events that do like head-to-head setup, but
Yeah.
it's mostly a single monitor type of thing, to be honest. So
Yeah, usually. But usually the screens, I think, Arneezy, from your experience, are they like around 23 inches around there? Like they're not too big.
They're at least 24.
Okay.
I can tell you that much.
Yeah, the screen size wasn't the issue. You know what's so funny you guys were mentioning that? Because on the other side, because behind us was another big setup on stage.
Okay.
They had like their own screen for each player. So I was like, dang. I was like, I wish we played on that side. But other than that, it was great. You know, they had even like they had like a projector for the entire crowd for
Mhm.
Fexel.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So that was awesome. Yeah, yeah. And where they were sitting, and then they had another person. So it was like the commentators, and then they had another person running like the whole show as well. So
Mhm.
it was really set up. Like, you know, they did a great job for such a small bunch of players. Yeah, they did a great job.
Were there a lot of stations for like casual setups and whatnot?
Yes,
Like, yeah.
yes, yes. There were so many casual setups.
Mm.
I would probably say over 20.
Oh wow,
So,
that's a lot.
oh
And
yeah,
it's always good to have a good amount of setups.
Mm.
yeah. I just couldn't believe how many Blast Blue players there were. I was like, wow. Is that the
Yeah,
game? Yeah, I think that's.
Blaze Blue is a video game.
Yeah,
It's actually a fun time. I suck
yeah,
at it, but it's a fun time.
yeah. It was like majority of Blast Blue players, and Grand Blue ran in the morning, so there were also Grand Blue players. And Ray was telling me his dislike for Grand Blue. It was pretty funny. He's like, I want this tournament to end as soon as possible because like he hated like the Yggdrasil combos. Super, it takes forever. But yeah, yeah, it was just a lot of setups. It was good, and the venue was warm. That's another thing. I love that it was really. I know Mike didn't like that, but I loved it because I hate being cold while playing any fighting game.
Yeah, most venues are cold. Like if you go to Evo, even like in my local, it's usually colder than outside.
I don't know.
Okay,
They just blast the
yeah,
AC. Yeah.
that's horrible.
I don't know. Combo Breaker was kind of warm to me when I was there,
Mm.
Okay,
and
Okay.
like Frosty Classics was also warm, but then again the heater was cranked up anyways because it's in January. So
yeah, that's a
Yeah,
given.
that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, speaking more about the event though, because how many players in total did we have in the bracket roughly, Wavy?
I
From your
think
memory?
it was 14. If I'm
14.
not mistaken.
No, I
That's
thought
Yeah.
it
pretty
was
good.
more. I thought
It was more than that. I thought it was like 18, 19.
it was
No?
Was
like
it 18? Okay.
Something
it
like
was
that.
about 20.
Yeah, and
Okay.
they were actually solid. Like if you took
Yeah.
your foot off the gas, you're gonna be in trouble. Especially that Allen player. I forgot his name, but
It was DJZ.
yes, he was like the X factor in the entire tournament. Like,
Mm.
and he was using a Thunderbolt with critical, so he hit
Yes.
her with one combo to steal the round, and I was like, all right, I gotta like stay focused here. Um,
Well, speaking
Yeah,
of the
so
matches, what was your favorite match or moment, Wavy?
I actually believe with Mike and is it GGG his name?
DJZ, the Allen player.
Yeah, the Allen player. Yeah, I believe Mike and him had a semifinals match,
Mm-hmm.
and that was to decide who's gonna play for losers finals to fight me.
Mm.
And I think Mike lost the first match, and they switched.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he lost the first. I'm like, oh shit, because I really wanted like just the Fexel crew to come into top 3, right?
Mm.
But Mike, I was impressed by Mike. He buckled down, and I think he changed to Kyrie. So
Yeah,
or
he did. Yep.
Yeah, he changed to Kyrie, and that really threw off ZG. So
He's using like a lot of EX fireballs and yeah, he had trouble.
yeah, I think he was not. I think he was knowledge checking him in that set, and I don't think he was. The Allen player wasn't used to fighting Kyrie. So
Mm.
yep, yeah, that was my first set because I was on the edge of my seat because those critical hits were something.
Arnizu, what about you? What was your favorite match or moment from the event?
The moment that it's a really small moment to be honest, but it was more of a today I learned moment because like we were watching, you know, the tournament and everything. I had no idea that Area could instant air her jump command normal.
Please don't remind me,
Like I had no idea.
dude. I was like so confused fighting Zero. It's still that whole set is a blur, you know. So like I was like, how did he beat me? Like I was like, what was happening? Other than I I was so exhausted mentally, and it showed when I chose the wrong control scheme because I chose plastic and I didn't even realize it.
Oh.
That was another issue about the screen being to the side because you know, I was exhausted. To be honest, because I got there really early. Not to make any excuses, but I was playing with everybody for about 6 hours pre-tourney. So
Oh wow.
yeah, so
That's
yeah.
insane. For me, I was surprised with the situational awareness that Mike still had. Because I saw some moments where he dropped some combos where it's like, I feel like if there was lag. he would hit it.
Mike
You
was
know? Like,
yeah, Mike was telling me that there was a huge difference between PC and PS4. So
yeah, there is.
There is.
Yeah.
There is.
yeah,
And they weren't
so
on pros, right? So
I'm not sure, to be honest.
because pro is usually pretty good, but the standard
If
one
they
definitely has a
if
bit
they
more.
were on if they were on base or on the slim PS4, then yeah, it's noticeably different than the Pro.
Yeah.
If so the thing that really surprised me is that watching this whole thing is like if these UK players actually like played the game more, they would be actually pretty cracked at the game, to be honest.
They would be, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we
100%.
saw DJZ? He was landing the basic Justice Fist combo loops with triple break, and then getting the damage at the end of it. Like, it's just, I think some of them just lack certain knowledge, that like if they just add this little improvement, they would do like X amount more damage, better situational usage, right? All this sort of like little tweaks, little polish, but fundamentally, most of them are really strong. So
yeah, the one that I saw had a lot of potential was the player Angel Dark Song, the Terry player that got picked.
Yeah.
Just was like telling, hey, tell Mike to tell him to join the Discord. Tell him we got chili fries.
And I was telling him because we played a lot. We played about 50 matches before the tournament. And he was using Fantasista Terry, and I kind of wish he stuck with Fantasista during the tournament. He actually switched to Double Face. Because I think that was my mistake. Because I told him Double Face is better for Terry, but Fantasista is also like broken for him. But
yeah,
I mean Double Face is basically good with anybody. So.
Yeah. And
it's usually a safe bet of the deck to pick. For this game. So
yeah. It's just a very defensive deck, right? And Terry's so explosive that, and especially if you notice the way, sorry, what was his name? Dark what?
Angel Dark Song.
Yeah, Angel Dark Song. So when he was playing, he would be kind of like Razira. Like he would cash out very often when he was negative.
Okay.
Like he would cancel into super to kind of catch you, like trying to punish, right?
Yeah.
So Fantasista literally would be perfect for him. It was kind of like you, Wavy, like how you play.
Right.
I was really happy seeing the Razira tech from Angel Dark Song, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just
like home.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Press the buttons when you have meter, yo.
You know what they remind me of, those UK players? You remind me of us during the first season of Fexel.
Okay.
They were having a lot of fun, and they're not at that level where they know all the good stuff, basically, the BNBs and stuff. But for 3 to 6 months of them just playing Fexel, that was still impressive. So,
well, like there was a moment I saw when Mike was using Rosso, Nightmare Rosso, I think against Angel Dark Song, and he had him in the corner, and he did whatever he wanted. Right. And he couldn't get out. Like I think he tried reversing once, and he blocked it, and then he killed him for it, and then I think he never did another reversal after that in the corner. He just struggled to get out.
Yeah,
it's just insane. But again, it's like you said, it's the knowledge, the experience, which just takes a bit of time. A little bit of lab work, a little bit of studying. Watching some Japanese footage or watching some of our tournaments, right?
Right.
Because we do this stuff too.
Of course.
Just play a little different.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, because even against Zero, I wanted to see how much he knew the Skullo matchup, and I was like, all right, he knows. I'm like, somebody in Japan told him some stuff because he knew all the safe strings that I was trying to throw at him. But there's one thing, because it was more of me trying to adapt to him than him adapt to me. That's how I felt. But the thing is, like, we don't have, besides D-Nice, and he doesn't really play consistently, we don't really have, like, a top-tier area player, right? So, there's one thing, though, that Ciro was doing that, like, it's not that I was confused, but I didn't think he was gonna, like, keep doing it. And he was actually being very aggressive with Hades.
Yeah.
So, he knew how to utilize Hades with area really well. Because if you watch the set, I watched a couple of times. I realized that he was being very, very brave, sort of how I am with Skullo when I get Hades. But he just knew like the situation. If I were to do something, that he would still win that exchange with Hades.
So I noticed there was one situation specifically where you would do a chain on offense, and then you would cancel into Skullo Heel, like your overhead, and then he would purposely get hit, and then cancel into a move before, like as he's like trying to punish. But it wouldn't matter because it's just a little hit of your overhead, but he's gonna get a full hit on you and cancel into super.
Yes, and
so
his
stuff like that is huge.
Yeah, and his jumping was really annoying. Like the way he timed his jumps. Yeah, it was kind of throwing me off because area players do jump a lot, but not that short. Like just the way he was using the short jump with her with the hard punch was like, oh, it was so quick, you know.
Well, and he baited you so often.
Yeah.
So often, probably more so than any of us would, even once we get a read on you. Because like eventually we'll still get hit here and there, but like he consistently was like, okay, I'm gonna bait Wavy every situation, and like, it worked out for him more of the time, right? So
and it's funny you mentioned because I felt like I did better in winners finals than in grand final. I felt like in the winners finals he was kind of confused because even like his reaction sitting next to me, because I won the first round against him, I'm like, okay, I could do this, right? I got confident.
Yeah.
And then I could see he was kind of getting frustrated because he was shaking his head, right? I'm like, all right, I got him. But as the set was going along, he was getting better and better, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is different." But I hope I get to play Japan again. You know, it was a good experience. I'm not happy with the way I played, to be honest. But yeah, it was a good learning experience.
That's awesome. Any final thoughts on Revo, Arneezy?
Besides the fact that I wish I was able to be there and hang out and all that stuff, I think from what I saw of the event, I think it was pretty well ran, despite the fact that there were some that were overlapping with Blaze Blue, since that was the main game there as well. And so, other than that, I thought it was pretty well ran. It was really entertaining to watch, and like I said, if some of those UK players actually played more, they would actually be pretty cracked in this game. Not even gonna lie.
And they love top tier, so they'll do well.
Yeah. We'd love to have them. If any of you guys are listening right now, join the Discord, join our monthly events. We're having one in January on PC, It's a world tournament. UK plays fine, If we can play with Mike, we can definitely play with the UK. So
exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. But speaking of Japan, big one has been running tournaments. So Team Spooky has graciously been hosting these tournaments on his YouTube channel. So there was one a month ago, and there was one I think 3 months ago. So the latest one, we actually had Makoto winning over Flame Tyrant in the finals. It was an insane tournament. They do weekly streams of Fexel. They have just arcade runs where whoever's there. We have like players like Zell, Makoto. Sometimes 18 Ghost shows up. Flame Tyrant's pretty consistent as well. And we get some random players here and there that I don't recognize, but generally you get, the regular favorites. But it's not often that they run tournaments, so this was a nice treat to have. Easy, what was your thoughts?
I am a fan of Amamiya, the Blair player that's there. So, but anyways, my thoughts on that tournament, I was able to watch it and everything because I had a little bit of time, surprisingly, and I want to tell you, like, my favorite set was Flame Tyrant against I think it was Butaneko, the Poland player. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
I can't read Japanese, so that's the only Japanese.
None of us can.
That's the only Japanese Poland player I know is Butaneko. But
okay.
that set went on for like ever, to be honest with you. And it was really good because it was Pullum against Fantasista, and it's just showing the tenacity that Butaneko had, taken on a top tier character with Sky Dancer Pullum. I really liked a lot of the things that happened. I think there was one interaction that I found that it was funny, which I linked it to you in.
Oh, you did? Okay, I'm gonna show it. Yeah, for sure.
And I thought it was just really funny how it turned out because of just the little this little set of events that just happened and just how it ended.
All right, let's take a look at Arneezy's favorite moment. Let's see. All right, so this is the clip. Oh, oh my God. Oh my Lord. I screamed when I saw this moment here. So he basically he Buster Wolfs after the drill, right? Here we go. Let's go back a little bit. Let's break this down. John Madden style. So he does a drill, baits the super, jumps back, and then he goes forward, misses, doesn't get the follow-up, cancels again, because he got the first part of the hit, into Power Geyser, but it doesn't turn him around, unfortunately.
Yeah,
so he comes into level 3, and then he tries to punish the back turn, but the recovery is so fast that he literally rising tackles the punish.
I hate this character so much.
My man was holding down the entire time.
I mean, he did hesitate, right? Because if you notice here, he doesn't immediately run.
Yeah.
He takes like a moment here.
Oh,
so I think if he immediately just pressed like crouch medium kick, special, super, I think that would have worked perfectly fine. But the problem, right, is that by the time you recognize he's doing this level 3 and not just Power Geyser again, right?
Right.
You're not sure which one is it, right? Because if it's the one, he has way less recovery time and he would have been safe. But since he saw like, oh, now he's doing another punch and another punch, now he's like, oh crap! As soon as you hesitate in Fexel, I feel like that's when you can get opened up, which is exactly what happened, right?
That's exactly what Rob says in the chat.
Yeah.
I think that with him hesitating before the run, if that was me, I would have just been like, that would have been like a brain fart moment, because like it's like, oh, it didn't hit me. Oh, I need to do something. You know,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's exactly it. Like, I mean, because the moment you take a second to think about it, you might have already lost the interaction.
Yeah.
Fexel's that fast.
And I think that, it was that moment, and then the almost Todd that happened with Flame Tyrant against Makoto. That was pretty wild as well. So Fenacista, looking through all these, this footage of Japanese players using Fenacista and all that. I think Fenacista just might be the second best deck in the game.
If you know how to use it, yes. The thing is,
it's definitely not easy mode. It's not like Infinity or Aggro, anything like that. I think, yeah, definitely what he's saying. You need to know how to use it. It needs to fit your playstyle, and the character needs to like really benefit from it too.
Yes.
You know?
I don't think all the characters actually excel with Fantasista. I think it's certain characters, but
yeah.
Yeah, can you imagine like an Allen player using Fantasista? That would just be a headache, you know?
I mean, you could imagine doing, Wake Up, EX Justice Fist with Fantasista, like with P reversal active. You have meter gross,
right?
And you have armor, right? So
yeah, I think because Terry is just so ridiculous, he just excels with any Gogi, especially Fantasista, because with meter. But I actually think the best character with Fantasista is Shadow Geist. If you know how to use Shadow Geist Fantasista, you are in for a treat. Because, like, if you don't have guard cancel, you are stuck.
Yeah, it's because he's the only, I believe, if I think correctly, he's the only character with a plus on block super.
Right.
Even Sanane, who throws her staff, even if you have to hit it at the right angle for it to be safe. But it's usually punishable if they just throw it out standardly point blank. At best, she's negative for her, but she's usually punishable. But Shadow Geist being absolutely plus on block, like Arneezy said, something like plus 34 or something on block. You can check the frame data in the guide, but it's ridiculously plus.
Right.
It's plus as all hell, for real.
Yeah. Which is insane.
Shouts to D-Nice. He's been experimenting with a lot of Gogis. His Nightmare Jack is pretty scary too in the corners, but it's nothing like Fantasista Shadow. Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he is probably the resident like top tier holder of like 2 decks, like Berserker and Fantasista. I think no one else does it better than Shadowgeist, to be honest.
I agree.
You know, I remember the first one, like that was probably the one of the first bit of tech that came out. I think Ketchup and Mustard posted it on their channel, like talking about the pairing between Shadowgeist and Berserker, showing like the 30% on block guaranteed damage that you can't get out of without guard cancel. It's just like amazing to see, honestly.
Man, I can't believe we would have possibly had 2 chip ups for Berserker at one point.
Yeah, they did change it when they did that one Gogi patch, the one patch. Yeah.
Is that double chip up was with Geist and Pierce? It was not fun in the corner.
Yeah. It's still devastating, but yeah, nowhere near as ridiculous. But for my favorite moment, I actually also have a clip as well. But
yes, tell us, Jackie. Tell us your favorite moment.
So it was the moment. It was basically to win the game. I literally jumped out of my seat and screamed a little bit because it was this clip. All this happens within 10 seconds. So I'll set up the context here. So this is game point for Makoto. Flame Tire is trying to make a comeback. In 10 seconds, this Terry player lands a cross up and does his crazy combo. Both are fully stocked. Meter gross is really high. And this is what happens. Like, are you kidding me?
I'm saying it right now. It says Geki doesn't. Oh, the time up, yeah, the timer scam.
Oh, I should share it with Wavy. My bad.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I was like, no wonder he can't see it.
You're not sharing your screen because I'm watching the stream. So.
Oh, here you go. Here, I'll send it to.
Yeah, I was watching the stream, but it was taking forever to show up. So I was like,
I was like, wait a minute, what's going on?
There you go, Wavy. You can watch the commentary if you want.
Thank you.
Yeah, so basically he lands a cross up with Terry, cancels into a heart attack to reset the situation.
Wow.
And then proceeds to do, ridiculous amounts of damage, gets him fully to the corner. Even he does a nice micro adjustment that I don't see Razira or even other players doing. So when you go for, your Terry loops, there's a certain amount of juggle or gravity that gets implemented after a power geyser loop. So you can see here, so he does heart attack, geyser, the standard 2 hits into geyser again, and then he gets greedy here, right? So usually you do only 2 hits, like crouch medium punch, crouch heavy punch, into geyser, but he goes for doubles. So it's just a short clip. So he does double crouch medium punch into crouch heavy punch, burn knuckle. So he's really low to the ground, right? So he does this next one, and usually the result of the third one is you do crouch heavy punch into rising tackle, right? But because the gravity was even lower, he didn't want to whiff and potentially die for it. So he goes for geyser into crouch medium punch for the faster frames, right? To go for rising tackle. So the awareness of Flame Tyrant is super strong. Probably someone like Regal would get this because he knows so much about like the juggle limits and in every route he takes, and he's aware of like how he starts the combo. That's going to affect his gravity, right? So kind of like Flame Tyrant. But the craziest part here is that so he shoots a bullet, the last bullet, right? Goes across downtown. It catches the backdash.
That's insane.
That's why he gets hit.
Wow.
And it doesn't even combo. But the fact that he gets hit scares Flame Tyrant. And that's why he teleports, heart attacks, and he gets opened up.
And I don't think... Is it Kumi, or is that...
It might be Kumi, then.
I believe it's Kumi.
Makoto, then. Okay.
Yeah, it's... I think it's Kumi. Kumi, actually... I think they could have went into super, but because they weren't sure if the bullet was going to land, they went straight into heart attack. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, maybe. Because look at this. So if you look here, he actually crouches here. Crouch blocks.
Right,
he's worried about the low, right? But then he just gets hit, opened up. So and he just built guard break, too.
Awareness. Yeah. And Rob is saying in the chat, hesitation equals defeat in fact zone. That's a good example of it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you backdashing away from him? Well, because he doesn't want. He was trying to get away because he had the life lead, right? That's why.
Right.
He like it was a big chance to like take a shot from there because you're probably not comboing from it at that range.
Insane.
Like it does have a lot of frame advantage when you get the hit or even when it's blocked. So you'll get like pressure, but because he teleported straight into heart attack, like I think it's just he's just waiting for. It's just so clutch, right?
Sharon with You're is pathetic. Yeah, you're right. Rob.
Yeah, because if you think about it, right, like what the Kumi has to do is basically throw, but throw animation takes too long, so he would have lost anyway, right? So he has to open him up. So heart attack is such a read just to call him out. Obviously, teleport is scary, and it didn't even combo. That's the thing. Like if he didn't get hit by the bullet, he would have lost.
Japan is scary, folks. I know firsthand.
Yeah.
Japan is scary. Jeez. That's why, like, I really wonder how we would do against Japan because, you know, styles do make fights and character matchups, obviously, too. So it's very, very interesting. Like, would I have trouble more against these players too, or is it like was Zero like the second best or third best? I don't know. Like, I can't even rank them because they're all so damn good, you know.
Yeah. Actually, I'm just
hard.
noticing as well. I think the bullet was a critical bullet. I'm gonna frame through.
Oh, was it? Jeez.
To see. Yeah, it was.
Yep,
it was.
Yeah,
that's why it did just enough.
That's insane. And was that for the win of the tournament?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was the last moment in the match. Yeah. That was it.
What are we doing?
I'm not sure. Bragging rights? But it was the hypest moment I remember seeing. I freaked out.
I also want to say, shouts to Zero, nicest guy ever too. I was surprised he has so many kids.
Oh, he does?
Oh yeah, that man's a family man.
That dude is a family man. He has like 3 kids, and they're like, one is like in high school, I believe, or college. He told me. I was like, wow, this is really impressive. I was like, wow.
Yes, Sir is an old man.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I don't know if I'm an old man. He looks
So
really
youthful.
young, you know.
Yeah, he's so youthful looking.
Very youthful. I mean, for a dude to come from, like, he literally was at a Headbanger concert, for like a rock concert.
He loves baby metal.
Yes, he does. So yeah, he came straight from there because he came pretty late. He was about an hour just before the tournament.
Okay.
Yeah, and he never even brought his joystick, so I got beaten on a alt joystick.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so jeez.
That wasn't even his final form, Wavy.
It wasn't even his final form, dude. I think I fought his first form or second form. I don't even know.
He got the fatherhood power up. It wasn't even his final form. That's the messed up part.
Well, guys, what was your biggest surprise on like Arneezy? What was your biggest surprise with the Big One tournaments?
Big One tournaments. I mean, the thing is that watching a Big One tournament, almost everything can be a surprise, no matter who it is and what it is and what's going on.
That's for sure.
Because they're just that good. It's just watching the Japanese players that had started out before until now, seeing them improve over time.
Mm-hmm.
That's always really good. My surprise of this particular tournament is there was like not that many people.
I mean, because this was closer to the holidays, right? I mean, like, people probably it's a lot colder.
They don't have Thanksgiving there.
Yeah, I know.
I think this game right now though has its dedicated players. They'll play, but in terms of like new players coming like to this team, even for Japan, I don't know. It's tough to say. Because there's even Makoto's playing Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, he's been playing JP. He actually, when I met him when I was hosting the Evo tournament for Fexel, he told me he also entered Street Fighter 5 and he's a Urian player. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. Yeah. Okay. And I had no idea. So it makes total sense he's playing JP. It's basically very similar.
He's a fan of ODME.
Yeah. But it's interesting he picks, like, out of all the characters in Fexel, he picks Sharon.
Oh, yeah.
Very different character type, I
have a question. Where do you guys put Sharon in the tier? Like, is she top 3, top 5?
Top 5.
Top 5?
Yeah,
Okay.
top 5 without debate. Top 3, you could probably argue.
Yeah.
Definitely not number 1.
Top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5.
If she didn't run out of bullets, probably top 1.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah, that's definitely.
with bullets, top 5. Without bullets, 6.
I could, to be honest, I could argue that she is top 10 only without bullets. I think she drops significantly, even if she's like really fast. Because with Japan, if you guys watched a lot of the players, like obviously the big thing between us and them, I think, is their situational awareness.
Yes.
On like a micro level for like very specific things. Like I'm not sure exactly what they're paying attention to, but I just noticed, like, for example, like if you watch Kumi play and watch him do offense with Sharon, he never ever does a link as pressure. You will never see him do crouch medium punch into crouch medium punch into crouch medium kick like we do here.
Right.
Almost always he will do a chain and finish it with a heavy attack, or he will do like one hit of a chain and then immediately cancel it into another chain. So he'll do like crouch leg kick into another crouch leg kick, crouch medium punch, crouch heavy punch, or crouch heavy kick, or whatever. He's very like, they're very consistent with their chains, and I feel like they only use that mostly as a way to pressure and kind of open up the opponent, because there's a lot of moments where they kind of hesitate, but it's just like a way to reset pressure.
I actually believe Japan is weak on defense in Fexel.
Okay. Tell me about that, Wavy.
I was hitting every wake up super, so.
Okay.
No, I won't say every, because I would have won.
Oh wait, do you mean on offense then? Like you're waking up super and then they're getting hit by it?
They're over aggressive.
Okay.
So you can.
Yeah, but I've also noticed that compared to Japanese players and like everybody else, is that they don't use all of their meter all the time.
Right.
Because like I even noticed when I was doing that commentary for Look Alive last year, like I don't know, it could actually finish the combo, but they just save the meter. And I think with Flame Tyrant's case, he wants to keep the meter. He wants to make sure he'll get the meter for the next reversal and stuff like that. So.
That's why, like, Reggie were to play them. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off there. Okay?
Yeah, no, not at all.
If Reggie were to play Japan, because of Reggie's decision making, because Reggie's decision making is ridiculous. Like sometimes he beats me in a match, and I'm like, wow, why, dude? Like, how did you even come up with that? It makes me like question his, like, if he's an actual human. It's like I'm playing like chess master or something. But yeah, his decision making is insane. So Reggie's so strong on defense and decision making. I think Reggie would give him a hard time. But you know what's so crazy? Reggie played Machi like online a couple of times, and Machi got the best of Reggie. But that's a matchup issue too, because Sanane is really good against Terry.
Well, because she's very nimble, right? Like Terry. That's why I thought Pullum. I can't remember the name, but the Pullum player could definitely take out Flame Tyrant, because like it's such a good matchup. She's so mobile. Like yes, her damage is not that high, but I think in situational awareness and like the pressure that he was applying with like the tick throws, the drill pressure, it was working for most of the time. It's just he got hit in the wrong places at the wrong time. Right. And it just Flame Tyrant like refuses to give up.
Yeah, he's very good.
And like you were saying, Arneezy and Wavy, like they save their meter, because I think in our culture here we're always told like get the kill. Prioritize that over saving meter. Save meter where you can. If you don't have to spend it, obviously don't do it. But like if you're not sure if it's gonna kill, just spend it. You can build it back up, right? But I feel like Japan, they care more about the psychology of having meter and what it means to the opponent. Because if the opponent is in neutral or pressuring, right? Like there were a lot of moments I saw where Kumi would hesitate approaching Flame Tyrant, and also vice versa, because both of them had full meter.
Right.
And there was no neutral threat on the screen. Like he's not throwing bullets, he's not pressing normals to dissuade him running in. They're just kind of waiting for something. And I'm not sure what that something is, but like there's just a threat of whatever, right? And I think they're more content with that.
So you say that Fexel skipped neutral?
Yeah, basically.
but that's the crazy part is that Reggie plays heavy neutral.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
And like Flame Tyrant is not even using Terry's normals to his advantage. Like crouching medium kick for Terry is very stupid. Like you could just confirm crouching medium kick into Power Gazer.
Yeah.
You know,
but that's most crouching medium kicks in this game. They're like super similar on frame data, which is great. It means no one has a bad. I mean, except for Darun because it's not cancelable.
The thing about fighting Terry and this Sharon matchup is that Sharon has a projectile. You need a projectile sometimes against Terry, right? Because he'll keep you, and that's why Sanane, like her staff, reaches so far and keeps him at bay. So.
But it's not only that too, Wavy, because like her bullets go through his geyser and his power wave.
Oh, do they? I didn't even know that.
It doesn't. It ignores the projectile.
Wow.
Yeah, even supers. If you do a super, her bullets will go through the super. It doesn't matter.
I didn't even know that.
She's like, I'm good. I'm gonna keep going.
Wow.
Yeah, they are the best projectile in the game, but that area can also steal them too, and they have the same properties if she steals it. So they will eat. They'll actually collide with her bullet.
That's something.
Yeah. That's why they're limited ammo. You can't get those types of bullets anymore.
Can you imagine though, like how she would be if she was able to just not use meter to reload?
I mean, she can't even spend meter to reload. I mean, I think
know,
that would be fair.
Can you imagine if they actually just decided to give her a reload?
Then we will all die.
Imagine the pain we would feel.
I mean, would she be so bad if she could super to reload? Would that be so bad?
She needed like a super meter to reload?
Yeah, like 1 bar super, you know? Or even like an EX move. Maybe that would be too good. If she did an EX move that was a reload.
That's
half
scary.
A bar, that's too much. I think 1 bar, debatable. Maybe with certain decks you would break it, you know, right? You pick Infinity, and then you just build too much. I think the Japanese players would love that too much. They love Infinity.
That's why, like, when you really look at the balance of this game, it's actually perfectly balanced. You could use any character and win. Maybe Darunin has the toughest time, but even him can do well.
Yeah, I think there's harmony, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's obviously difficult matchups, but because it's a system-based game, it's a lot easier to... I think because it's a system-based game, plus the Gogi existing, if you have difficulty with X character and X matchup, you can change Gogi, you can, like, you know, just play differently, because there's very different ways you can play the same character, even with the same deck.
Also, like, now, like, with all my experiences, also so many gaps and block strings that you can punish people with, like, so if they're, you know, like you said, if they're doing, like, how we play usually, like, strings, there's always a gap where you can actually do a reversal.
Mm-hmm.
So,
or even delay jab. Like, you can delay jab, if they're keeping it tight, you'll just keep blocking. And if they leave a gap that's big enough, you'll check them, and you can get a combo from it.
Incredible. I love I love this game so much.
Yeah. Top game of all time for me. Well, speaking of game, the game might... Oh, sorry, Arnie's, go ahead.
I didn't have anything.
Oh, okay. Oh, any last thoughts on the Japan tournament?
I will say, though, I like seeing the Japanese players play because it's like you tend to learn something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really like that.
There's always something in their sessions where you'll learn something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some small moment, some big moment, some surprise, like some... Because I remember there was a period of time where... because the arcade systems would be slightly behind the patches for the console version, like the PC and PS4 version. So we would see them playing on old stuff, right? And the most exciting time for me was seeing the first time they got their hands on the update that we've been playing on for a while. Because they probably watch us with our monthlies and see like, oh, what are they using in this patch? What are some applications, right? And then they're just like, okay, but we're going to do our own thing. And then we see, you know, Fantasista Terry, for example. And we're just like, what? That wasn't supposed to be an option. And then you see level 3 build 3 bars again, and then he still combos into 3 levels more of super.
And I asked Flame Tyrant, are you timing these reversals manually? He says, yes, I'm not buffering.
Wow. So he must know. He's probably plinking or something.
Yeah, he's probably plinking, yeah.
That is insane. I mean, no, actually, he can't even blink because you have to press all 3 buttons. So he probably has to double tap, like each of the buttons, because you can't. It's not one button for the super for the level 3. You have to press all 3 or 2 buttons, I believe. So
3. It's 3.
It is 3, right? Yeah, which is insane. But speaking of patches, though, we have a 3.0 version of the game that we got teased about 6 months ago, roughly around there. Something like that. I did a breakdown. Arneezy, you did a stream where you broke it down as well. Certain other people have done reactions to it. Maximilian, a few other Tekken players as well. Some random people I've never heard of before, which is great. So a lot of exposure, a lot of attention, and we have no idea what it's going to be. We just know that they would like to make it a full game if they could, and we also don't know, like, do they have a budget for this? Is this something they're just working on the side in between projects? Either way, it seems like a love letter to the community because they still see us playing all the time. You know, Mihara-san, we always tweet at him to say thanks, and anytime there's an update on any regard of Fexel, we're always happy and thrilled. The last adjustments and the last patches we've gotten are because of him basically taking time out of his day to just give us some content, give us some love. That's why we got the EX moves. It was basically him being like, what can I do with no budget, no time, no company time, and just, give them something to play with. So very curious to see. So my first question to you guys, what are you excited about for 3.0?
I'm excited that rival launchers are going to be a thing. Because I am a shill for rival schools, so and Project Justice, so it's nice that's gonna happen. That's what I'm excited for because rival launcher combos are fun.
That's fair. Yeah, every character can juggle, which is gonna be really fun.
And I think I do hope they'll get the budget for something like this because I mean, Bandai Namco's got to be paying them pretty decent or well at least for doing the netcode for Tekken 8. So.
True. Did that turn out well, by the way? The netcode? I have no idea.
From my experience, it was good, but it wasn't like great.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little better than Tekken 7, in my opinion.
Okay.
When I was playing the beta and all that, but I don't know how it'll actually end up being when it comes out next month. When I'm gonna be broke next month, so because there's 3 games I'm wanting to get in January in the span of 2 days. So yeah.
Totally Which are?
It was Tekken 8, Under Night 2, and Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth.
Oh jeez.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair as well, we don't know how much influence Ben and Namco is pushing on Arika. Because because they clearly know how to make good netcode because they did it with Fexel AD. They improved it on, vanilla Fexel
I
as
really
well.
hope they use Tekken 8 AD netcode. That'll be perfect for them.
Yeah, but you know how Harada's kind of, I don't know if the word is ignorant, but maybe like stubborn on he knows this is how it should be for 3D games, right? So maybe that's kind of a symptom of what's happening. So maybe even if like Arika is doing good work, maybe he's making higher level changes, and it doesn't matter how good Mihara-san is on netcode. If he can't do what he wants to do.
Yeah, but I think it's because with this netcode might be different because Tekken 8 is running on Unreal 5.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so.
And it also depends on how early they got Arika to help out, because if they got them to help out at the end of development, that's really bad. Because usually for Unreal, you have to address the rollback issues at the beginning of the game development, before you even make the structure of online and whatnot. So if they didn't do that, then there's no way I doubt that Arika would redo the netcode like they did for Fexel, like they did for us. They would probably just make tweaks and try to improve what they already had. So it's really up in the air. We don't know any details. No one works there that we know of, so hard to say.
Well, I will say at least the crossplay works, but
right.
The netcode, like I said, it wasn't great. It was kind of good, but it was a little better than Tekken 7 in terms of netcode. But that was my experience, at least. I didn't, so everybody's experience was different. People saying it was bad, people saying it was not that it was good, people saying it was not that great, blah blah blah,
There.
etc. So
But Wavy,
if
what are you most excited about though for 3.0?
Uh, I really don't know, to be honest with you, because
Terry gonna be gutted, that's what.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope that's the case. I don't want him to be
No,
nerfed too much, but
no, he's gonna be nerfed.
yeah, just a little bit, please. Just so we can at least deal with him better. I don't know, like the air combo stuff looks fun, but I just don't want it to be a mashup of too much, you know? Like it needs to be. I feel like they need to get rid of the sidestep because I'm not a big fan of that.
Okay.
But if it's something I have to adapt to, I'm cool because I know like a lot of casual players want the sidestep because they're such like fighting layer fans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
so
hardcore community that we apparently hear about but never see.
yeah.
I will say, like, when I was at East Coast Throwdown and I was playing Fighting Layer against somebody and they were like super good and I was just like, didn't know you could do all that crap.
Right. Yeah.
No, but what about sidestep makes you like why do you want to get rid of sidestep? What is it for you?
It just takes away from the 2D aspect of it because Fexel, like vanilla Fexel, even AD, it feels very 2D, like very retro.
Mm-hmm.
And adding the sidestep, it's not really like a mental like stack really, because right, it's just a dodge really. I think that's what it's gonna be. Like if somebody throws a projectile, you sidestep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it just takes away from what made Fexel vanilla so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I said, it's not gonna. I can't say just yet because I'm just like looking at it from the outside. I haven't really touched it. Mike
Right.
and Cyril were talking about it when I was in UK. Even Cyril didn't like what he played, and same with Mike. They didn't like what they were experiencing with the just like the demo.
Mm-hmm.
But the graphics are amazing. I love that they added guard cancel. I like that they added like the AD dash, including with the run mechanic. So they added those two things. Adding the third thing, which is the dodge like I don't know, maybe it's too much, right? It's just a lot.
There's a lot because there's EX
Yeah.
Illusion, right? Like from AD, but then you have all the movement, the chains, and everything from Fexel, which I don't know if they listened to us. I'm pretty sure we talked about that before. That like that's what we like about Fexel, and that's why we weren't as big of a fan of AD because it took away the chains and only kept it for meter. Like if you do EX dash, then you can do chains, but then it's like, heavily scaled, so like you would never want to do that anyway, except for like maybe pressure, right? So
here, I don't know if Arika's listening, but if they really want to do all three mechanics from each game, even like fighting layer, they should do groups. They should do Fexel Vanilla groove where you just run. They should do AD groove where you dash combo, and they should do fighting layer groove where you dodge, where you sidestep. So
that would be fun. Yeah.
that would be easy. And the fact where you can't run, you can only walk or maybe like hop step with fighting. Like I don't know, does fighting layer have a running mechanic?
Then you can run, yes.
Okay,
You
so
can't.
like Fexel. Okay.
Okay, so maybe they could add those two with fighting. I don't know. Just like something I'm throwing out there. Story.
Yeah, like some sort of like nostalgia thing with like each mode. Yeah. That's what Street Fighter Alpha 3 did. So like they had Xism, which is like Super Turbo. They have Aism, which is like the Alpha series, and then they have Vism, which is like Alpha 3, like their own version.
And if they were to include AD and fighting EX layer on like 3.0, it would be a big grab just for casuals. It would be worth it. If they do like a $50 price, then all of us too can play that version. Like we don't have to go boot up the old PS4. We can just stick with one console and always play like fighting EX layer too. Yeah, just a thought. I think they should include AD and Vanilla Fexel in 3.0, like as a package.
That's fair.
That would be a huge. Yeah, that would be huge. I think that would be.
To be honest, the most exciting thing for me is just because like seeing the positive reception to the craziness of the game, because people love craziness in fighting games. Yet when they play it, they can't stand it. Apparently, if you look at some of the Street Fighter 6 discourse, but no, like I love seeing some of the nuanced situations, because when I started like frame by framing through the footage that we've seen, seeing stuff like air blocking and how that might work, and also air combos and how that might interact with air supers or air throws, that kind of thing. just having the thing I always love about Fexel, regardless of the version, is like there's so much expression, and you're not really boxed in based on the character you pick. It's just up to you to find the avenues and routes to, how you want to play the game, right? And kind of get damage and do your game plan, right? It's so simple, like on the surface, and when you're playing and doing like the trials, you're like, oh, this kind of whatever. But then when you start labbing a little bit and you start trying punishes and whatever, you're like, oh, this is different. This is unique.
Your player style shows when you play Fexel.
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like I really like EX Dash as a mechanic. So my biggest excitement would be if they changed it where it doesn't scale as hard as AD. Okay. Just so, because it's such a creative mechanic, because you can cancel it from anything.
Yeah, it should be more damage.
Because in like Street Fighter 6, you can only cancel into Drive Rush, which is a very similar mechanic to EX Dash, but only from a cancelable normal.
Right.
Or if you're just in neutral and you do it raw, and it's like a set distance, you can't. There's a moment of time where you can't press anything because you're dashing, but in AD you can immediately do anything you want after the dash. So like at any point you can cancel it from an anti-air, and you can press the next button whenever you want because you're gonna still get the juggle. You can also cancel it from supers. You can cancel it from normals that aren't cancelable, so it gives them kind of like a threat. You can use it for pressure. You can use it for safety. You can use it for mix-ups, like anything, which is amazing. Yeah. Like it's just so free flow,
Yeah, I think AD's dash is better than Street Fighter 6 Drive Rush. But I was gonna ask you, what do you not like about 3.0? Like what you've seen?
Yeah. So I think what I don't like is from what I'm hearing so far. I haven't tried it, but from what Mike has told me about the side stuff, is that the mechanic is very wonky in that you have to be already moving to dash, and the input, I don't remember what the input is now, but like it's some sort of weird input. You have to like backdash and then press 2 buttons or something, but like it's very awkward.
Right.
And like I can't remember. Yeah, so like if they're gonna keep the sidestep, I think make it like an easy like just you press it, like maybe you press up twice or down twice, and then you press like 2 kicks or something,
right?
And then that will automatically dash in like up or like foreground or background, right? Whichever one you prefer. I think it adds some nuance to the game that maybe makes it easier for people who get frustrated by Fexel offense. Right. But for me, that's just like them not used to the neutral, because like obviously it's a lot faster. I even mentioned in the guide, like the spacing you need to stand at for like Street Fighter style footsies is an extra backdash length away, because you have to take into account of run momentum. Because a common poke is you do a short dash into like medium kick or something, right? Like crouch medium kick to like fish for a buffer or whatever, right? But then because of that momentum, you can run in to whiff punish that and use that momentum, right? So it's not just standing in neutral, walking back and forth. It's doing micro dashes and walking back and forth mixed in with that, and using momentum to kind of catch them slipping, so to speak, because they're sliding on the ground, right? So I think that's going to be different in 3.0. I think the biggest thing that also makes me nervous, there's a mechanic that Mike pointed out that was an actual choice by the devs, but when there's 15 seconds left in the round, all your meter comes back for both players. And I find that is a very awkward mechanic to communicate to players. And even if you tell them, oh, yeah, 15 seconds in, when there's 50 seconds left, all your meter comes back on both players. It's just such a random, like, forced fun moment. Like, I don't disagree that it would be a fun thing, like a clutch kind of thing. But there needs to be some indication that it's coming, or maybe you tie it to some mechanic in the game. I don't know. But I feel like you're saying, Wavy, I think what makes me nervous, they're juggling so many aspects that I wonder how actually fun it's going to be. It looks fun and cool when you theorize and like probably lab stuff. But because I saw so many cancel, because you can cancel into EX Illusion on hit or block.
Yeah.
And so if you notice, there's a lot of situations, because they use Terry and Alan only for the footage, and you saw moments where Terry would get Power Geyser juggle, and then you're like, oh, here comes the damage, and then all of a sudden cancel an EX Illusion, and then the combo is over, right? And then what's crazy is you can still attack out of EX Illusion, so it's not like Illusion from Fexel, it's like EX Illusion from AD. So I think combos are going to be very short. Like, again, you don't keep your meter. You lose your meter. You can't build meter once you used it. So I understand that there is a push and pull. Like, oh, are you choosing to use your meter for offense, or are you choosing to use it for defense? Which I kind of like that back and forth. But then if you do the 15-second thing, if you have a life lead, like, you're just going to use all your defensive meter and then wait for the 15 seconds, then use that 15 seconds to kill or maintain your life lead, right? So I'm really curious what that kind of builds, but I think that only will come if we actually play with the game and test
people
it.
complain about Gobies. This is even worse. This is a mash of a lot. Like, you know, like, Gobies are so simple compared to, like, what I've seen with 3.0. Like, people, like, I don't understand fighting game players sometimes, honestly. Like, you're complaining about a groove system, and you see, like, all this craziness happening. You're like, oh my god, I like this. You know, like, watching Maximilian, like, yo, this looks so hype. I'm like, nah, dude, this is a mash of craziness. You know?
Renese, any thoughts?
What I don't like about it after seeing the footage, I know it's an early build, but I think the damage output is low. For a lot of moves, especially for a game where you have 7 bars of meter and Fexel's known to be, like, you know, fast or whatever, less speedy. When you're gonna have, like, the run, you know, the dash and all that stuff, I think I would want them to, you know, buff the damage output a little bit. You know, not too much, just a little bit, because I felt like it was pretty low. So that's the
like
one
10%
thing I really
you're
didn't
saying,
like.
or like 20%?
Like,
like, how much of an increase?
Like, maybe, you know, about 10%, maybe
Yeah.
15 bytes. It sounds like a nice round figure, you know.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I didn't like, is I felt like the damage output was pretty low, especially for, like, 2 top tier characters.
Yeah, because in 80, you don't really need to dash with certain characters. It's not worth it sometimes.
Yeah. No, an interesting point, actually, Arnese, you brought up, because I'm not sure if the damage on the characters is reduced or if the game mechanics are adding extra scaling, right? Because we don't know. Because those two... So I'm pretty sure they have a pulse on who are the strongest characters in the game, right? Like, they know... Miharu-san has, like, Arnese, you said, point blank, that they will never nerf Terry because he's DLC. Right? Like, they know he's top tier. They purposely made him the best character in the game.
They will not nerf him in vanilla Fexel, no.
Yeah, exactly, right? So, and Alan is unequivocally, like, top 3 and debatably number 1 to some people. I think he's always number 2 to Terry. Right. But the 2 top tier characters are in that beta or in that demo footage, and, like, it's not... I think it's no accident that they're showing, you know, how much weaker they are, right? Yeah,
I think
so
they gave Mariko a big ass check. I think that's the reason why they were like, "Yo, take this and put him in the game." And then Mariko's like, "All right."
Yeah, exactly.
The money convinced them to give Terry a command.
Yeah.
He never had a command grab, right? I'm pretty sure.
No,
he never did, right? Yeah,
he's never had one.
Never.
I do love the detail though, like when he does the command grab and his hat like just like falls over his head a little bit. Such a nice detail. If you do his command grab and have it miss, he like his hat like drops over his face a little.
I'm not complimenting anything about Terry.
I know I'm complimenting Eureka because their attention to detail is really, really nice. So
that's why like the graphics for 3.0 even look better than vanilla, and vanilla is as beautiful as is. That's why I'm like,
that Unreal 5. That Unreal 5, baby.
Let's go.
The lightning effects and everything, you know, it looks gorgeous.
Effects are really good.
The stage,
the day to night cycle changes.
The snow.
The weather effects were great. Man, Unreal 5, baby.
I hope we get like just brand new stages too, like just like what we seen in the beta. That would be so cool.
Yeah, because I pointed out in the breakdown, but that stage is actually a mishmash of assets from other stages in Fexel. Like, they like Frankensteined like pieces from like the castle stage. They took pieces from like the dojo stage and like all this like other stuff. And I'm just like, yeah. So it's not like an original stage, but they obviously have enough pieces to make an original stage. So I wouldn't be surprised if they use that as one of them, right? And then maybe make a few new ones, or maybe make mishmash. Maybe you take Pullum's boat and you put it in Garuda's cave. I don't know, kind of.
I
You could do
hope
it.
the X2 stages. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
I want the one in front of the dojo. That one with like the
That's
grassy
nice.
Gastro one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
I like that one a lot. No, but how do you guys think the game will change, like meta wise or competitive wise, or even the tier list? I know we talked about it a little bit already, but
Terry ain't gonna be top tier. I know that.
Hmm.
Because the thing is, with the EX illusion, it's gonna limit his juggle potential. Right?
Yeah.
Because the run is there. Okay, the run is there,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, there's the air combo. But I think with the fact that the EX illusion is gonna be there, is that and they're not adding any of the other Gogi mechanics like 80, Fenicista, the meter gross, power reversal, etc. He's gonna go down a bit in the tier list, which would make Wavy happy.
Very happy.
Because the amount of times it's like, all right, I'd be on the Discord, right? And him and Reggie are playing, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna expect some sort of tweet later on.
It's so frustrating playing him. Because in this session that we have, because he'll private message me for matches, right? So you guys don't even see how many times we play. We play a lot, So and we have a really good connection. Like I have possibly besides Zerkmeister, we have the best connection.
Well, yeah, he's in Boston.
Yeah, he's in Boston, so we're really close. So it feels really amazing playing him. But there's so many moments when I play him, I want to curse his entire lineage because and it's not even a personal thing. He understands it because he steals so many rounds on smart decisions and just Terry being Terry. It just kills me. And then he always, if he's winning the session, if he's doing really well during the session we're playing, he always ends the set with a heart attack into level 3. Just here. Just here, you're still a scrub, Wavy.
He doesn't. He's that me too.
Yeah, so shout out to Reggie though. He really helped me improve FXO, so I owe him a lot. So shout out to Reggie.
Well, Arneezy, so to go back to your point about Terry being lower in the tier list, do you think it's going to be a big drop in AD? Because in AD, I think unanimously we pretty much agree that he's a mid-tier character now. But I think obviously that is a factor because he can't do the same juggles without spending more resources, so obviously he loses in that aspect. But here he can do them just the same because he has the run, all the certain mechanics from Vanilla Fexel kind of appear in 3.0. But like you said, the illusion is what's going to cause the damage, right? Because juggles are nerfed because you can break out at any point easily and almost safely from any juggle scenario.
I think, so with Terry being top 2 right now in Fexel Vanilla, top 10 in AD, not top 5 like you think. Top 10 in AD, I think he's gonna be somewhere between 5 and 10 in 3.0 because of some of the limitations they'll have with him. He ain't gonna get mechanics move wise, damage output wise, blah blah blah. Probably not gonna get touched. Just how the mechanics of the game will be that will affect them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's more mechanics more than him as a character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Well, because you guys remember how, because there was a big shift with the game mechanics with just removing run and dashing changed a vast amount of characters already in AD, right? Like Hokuto, Shirase, very different characters, and they plummeted in the tier list. I think pretty much you guys can agree that they're nowhere near the top echelon or even top 10 in AD, right? They are some of the worst characters in the game because of the lack of running, right? They're all about the run, abusing chains, about juggling, and they can't spend bar to even their juggle doesn't do much damage. It does damage because you can run.
We don't have the beautiful Robib juggles in AD.
Exactly, yeah. And if you do, it's cost meter and you're scaling it immensely, and you start with jabs, you're you're doing 10 damage probably. But yeah, the thing is, so I'm wondering what they will change move-wise, because you guys remember how in AD they removed some moves entirely from characters? Right. So like Hayate doesn't have a counter in AD. Right?
No, but they gave him an air DP.
But they gave him an air DP, right? D.Dark, he has less special moves. He doesn't have his air anti-air dark wire, but they changed his heavy kick bomb to throw it into the air.
Right.
So it makes me wonder, like, what adjustments are they going to make? Like, is it just going to be an import of, vanilla Fexel, and they're just maybe touching like number values or anything like that? I feel like they are very hesitant to change frame data. They're more so interested in changing like moves or adding moves, taking away moves, stuff like that.
Personally, the two biggest things I loved about Scullo in AD was that I could link Scullo heal into barrier, like into any super relay. So please use that. That it was such a big plus, and I wanted them to add that to vanilla, and they didn't, so that hurt me a lot. But his Crusher erasing projectiles is the biggest thing in AD. Like, I don't always have to be close. I could just throw out a Crusher and erase your projectile. So
based on what you've seen, Wavy, do you think that Scullo is going to be better or worse in 3.0?
If they keep those two things, I think he'll be better.
Like from AD, you're saying?
Yeah. He'll be better even from vanilla, because Scullo is a character that does really good damage off of one confirm. Mm-hmm. Like he's not a bad. The thing that hurts Scullo is that I always have to be on the inside.
Okay.
He doesn't have anything really from the outside. Like
his combos are short too. They don't take long enough where you could EX Illusion and punish him.
Right.
And even if you did it, like, I'm thinking in my head, if you got hit by, like, the longest super he has is, like, Super Scullo Slider or, like, Super Scullo Crusher. And those moves, like, I imagine if you EX Illusion out, like, maybe if you did it, like, immediately on the Super Scullo Slider, you will punish him for that. But you might get hit by, like, the breakdancing motion that he's spinning around and stuff like that, right? You don't know if you're going to punish him. And then with Super Skull Crusher, if you try that, like, I know when you've hit me with it and I've EX Illusioned out midway, I can't chase you. Like, you're already across the screen, and I'm like, unless I have teleport, Gogi, I'm not going to punish you for it, right? So I feel like he's going to be a lot better in 3.0 than in AD, he's already good. But, like, I think he's good. This is just going to help him even more because he already has a fast dash. And Scullo Ball is still going to follow you, even if you sidestep. So
that's what I was going to say. I think Scullo Ball and Barrier are even going to be strong. Because remember, Barrier is a one-hit thing. So you can't EX Illusion from that. You're going to get hit.
I think with the 3D aspects of the game, talk about adding moves and whatnot. Like, some of the characters will probably have, like, a variation of some of their specials. Like, maybe D.Dark is going to have a bomb that can go to the side, or like an EX version of that, to have like bombs go in 3 different directions.
I was gonna say, imagine EX bomb. I don't even know if they keep EX moves. I'm pretty sure we didn't see in the footage. I don't know. Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't think so.
We saw level 3s.
I really from don't mind. I don't mind, but just that EX Pokerture does not work. That move is broken. It does not work.
But no, I think like if D-Dark threw a bomb in front of you and then a bomb like to the left and to the right as well, like a 3-pronged bomb attack, like that would be hilarious. I would love to see that. You knock someone down and then you do that, and then
he needs to get buffed. He's a cool character.
He's good in AD because he can build meter like nobody else.
Yeah, he's good, and I think Sharon is really good in AD. Really
so
good.
It's Sanane.
Yeah, especially Sanane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I actually think, like, talking about Garuda, I think he's gonna be either really bad or really good, because EX Illusion just scares the crap out of me. Because I'm thinking about all his supers when I hit them. Like if I do Kinebu, which is the rising super, as soon as you get hit by it, if you EX Illusion, you'll probably land before me, and then you'll punish me on the way down. So like I should never use that super. If I do the Fireball super, sure, you'll get hit. Maybe you EX Illusion when I throw the Fireball, and then you punish me on like the the recovery of that. So I don't like, Garuda's gonna have to get changed quite a bit even if they made it so like how so in AD, if you guys don't know, if you do the DP and you do the air version, the Kinebu Beyblade Super, you can actually steer it in AD, which is really cool. But if they at least have that, then maybe I won't get punished when I do DP into Super if they EX Illusion, because I can just steer away, or because as soon as if you guys don't remember, if you press EX Illusion in 3.0, based on the footage we saw, if you press an attack button in the air and do like a jump kick, you lose all invincibility from EX Illusion. So I don't know how that's gonna work with like something like if I do DP with Garuda, cancel into Beyblade Super, start coming down, and then you cancel an EX Illusion. Like, are you gonna be invincible if you don't press anything, or if you decide to attack, are you gonna interrupt, or is it a trade? Like, what's the scenario?
You know what I would give Garuda? What's his Flame Orb Super called?
Sokodan.
Sokodan.
Okay, they should make him be able to walk during that super.
What?
That.
Like E-Honda? like E-Honda 100 hand slap? You just hold forward and he just slides?
No. Literally be able to go back and forth how you like him to walk. Like, you just walk with him. You can even jump. I would... No, jumping is probably too much. I'll make him walk.
Oh, do you mean like Rose? Like Soul Orb? Soul Illusion or whatever?
Like, yeah, as like, you know how like the flames are going around him? Like the orbs?
Yeah.
You know how he's stuck on the floor, like he either has to let it go or just keep it around him? I feel like he should be able to walk with that, back and forth.
That is really... I mean, I'm here for it, but like, I don't...
You really want Garuda to have Soul Satellite. Okay.
Yeah, Soul Satellite, that's what it was. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he needs it. He needs it. He needs something. He's so bottom tier. He needs something.
Alright, so thank you, gentlemen, for this discussion. I'm gonna, do my own thing. I'm gonna probably bang my head against the wall because Wade made that kind of discussion.
I mean, I want to see fun stuff. I'm with you, Wavy, on that. Maybe that I wouldn't want that, but I would take it.
I gotta give you something.
I'm not gonna say no.
Okay.
Here's go ahead.
Here's what I'm thinking. For his orbs, I'm thinking the orbs last a while, where he could just launch it right towards you, and then while the orbs are going, he can actually move freely and just like pressure, like jump in and whatnot, similar to DeCapre's Ultra 2, where she launches an orb at you.
Oh, and it's like the slow moving, or like Ed's V Trigger 1, for example.
Yeah.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
So maybe if I charge it all the way and then shoot it, then it becomes slow moving, and then I can follow it.
Yeah, and do combos off of that.
Okay.
Because you guys can't forget, guard cancel is only half a meter, I think, right? So you can always guard cancel out of it.
I think it was, yes.
Yeah, but half a meter is not much.
That footage is like 30 minutes long. I can't really look at it right now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, even oh my god, you're right. Because even guard cancels, like Shadow Geist needs to be buffed massively, because if you can if everyone has guard cancel for like off the cuff, like he needs something else, because he's he's good in AD.
Yeah,
but that's because you can't backdash or run, so you can't get away from him as easily. But you can EX Illusion, you can guard cancel. Like, he's gonna have a lot. He's gonna have a lot more difficulty dealing with general neutral and pressure. I mean, he also, like, you can also guard cancel with him, and also EX Illusion. So like, it's a double-edged sword.
Dude, you can guard cancel with any character and go into super.
Yeah.
So
you can do things.
Yeah. Imagine if we can guard cancel in 3.0 and then just go into a special.
Yeah, you probably could. I wouldn't be surprised if you could. Yeah. I just wonder if it works the same way, like it's the same guard cancel as the Gogi. Like, do you have invincibility?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, right? I would assume so. Because they usually would just copy paste mechanics. I don't think they're gonna make it different unless they have a purpose for it. Like, maybe, because then that would nerf people who are not invincible, right?
Like,
if you don't have an invincible move, then
yeah.
Because then, like, Skullo, you'd have to, if you want to guard cancel invincibly, you have to use Skull Head, right? If not, then let's say maybe Slider's not invincible, for example. But I imagine it would just all be invincible, because why would they change it, right?
Yeah, I think every special should be invincible. Yeah.
Yeah. But the the most interesting interaction that I think will shake up the whole tier list and the meta and how we play is the air combo stuff, because there's certain details we didn't get to see, and I mentioned this in the video, so if you guys want a detailed breakdown, you can go check it out. But when you go into the air, I'm wondering how, because you saw like when you start the chain, it's kind of like EX Sky or like Skydance or EX Arrow in AD, how you can do an air chain, and you can cut it short in AD, and you just land and you can finish the combo or whatever on the ground. So what I'm wondering is, because of the height difference and the juggle properties, I'm wondering if you can do like part of the air combo, let yourself land, and then continue the combo on the ground as like a grounded juggle while they're still floating in the air, and then maybe do another round into another juggle and keep them up in the air.
That would be really good. That's something. But you know how like in Strive you could bait the burst?
Mm-hmm.
There should be like a way to bait the EX illusion.
Like a move that punishes it? Maybe supers beat it out. I don't know.
If they do like a EX illusion, then you just go into super, and then their iframes run out.
Mm-hmm.
Because your super's still active. So like a certain super, I don't know.
Because the thing is, so there is air blocking in the game, and we did see that he blocked Terry's power geyser, which is a super move. So supers in the air will not be unblockable, which I thought they would. I thought like supers would be unblockable in the air, like they would be in Alpha 3.
Mm-hmm.
You can air block anything in Alpha 3 except supers, so that's why it's a guaranteed way to anti-air somebody.
Okay.
But obviously, if you pressed an attack already, you can't block. So that's also interesting.
Imagine they add Excel from the X2. That would be so crazy.
Oh my god, if they added Excel, I'd be happy.
On top of everything else, I feel like that would be.
But then again, it probably would be kind of like pointless with EX illusion being a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Excel is not really that hard to deal with in terms of like if you see somebody like activate Excel, you can go into Excel too, right? So, but I don't know. That's a bit too much. I don't know.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a whole lot.
Yeah, I think we're just at the point where we're speculating so hard that is gonna explode because we have to just try it, you know?
Yeah.
But we'll round it off with this though. So, what would you guys like to see when it's released? Like, let's say it releases as a full game. You know, a new game you have to buy on PS5 and PC, right? What would you like to see? What is your dream?
Proper lobbies and crossplay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
That's my two biggest things, other than replays. But yeah, proper lobbies and crossplay. That sounds like a name for a drink.
Proper lobbies and crossplay. That makes sense.
That's a good wine right there.
A decent price. I would put it at $39.99 or maybe $29.99.
You just don't want to pay that kid. You just don't want to shell out a lot of Canada money.
Dude, I only want to buy Gramblue because of the price exchange. It's so stupid.
Well, yeah, duh.
So I'm with you guys. 100% crossplay lobbies are like, if you don't have that, don't launch it. Honestly, just make it a patch for Fetzel. I honestly, to be honest, I wouldn't even want it as a patch because I really love Vanilla Fetzel the way it is. Just leave that sacred game alone. It's fine the way it is. Please launch this as a full game. Yeah, like if they can't get a lobby and crossplay working for whatever reason, I'd rather they just don't do it. Just wait till you figure it out, till you get the money. It's just too damaging, like seeing... Like, I know it's an indie studio, but, like, indie studios have this stuff already. And, like, even Mortal Kombat 1 did not come with crossplay at launch. And people were livid, right? It's because, you know, Street Fighter 6 raised the expectations of every single other fighting game that's going to come after it.
MK1 didn't have crossplay?
Not at launch, no.
Not at launch, no.
Wow, that's crazy.
So the fact that NRS took such heat for it, obviously
Yeah.
people still play it because it's such a big game, such a big franchise. Like people love
Yeah.
it to death. It has the story mode, all this content, right? So it's not going to suffer in that regard. But crossplay, if you don't have anything else and you don't have crossplay, like what are you doing?
Yeah, it kind of sucks because Under Night 2 is not going to have crossplay. It'll have
Yeah.
rollback.
Like rollback is like it's standard now. Like if you don't have
Yeah.
that, what you're not why you're even releasing the game? No one's gonna
Yeah,
play
yeah.
it,
Why
right? Like
releasing
we saw that with
it?
JoJo's, for example, right? But if we're talking about content though, I would like to see replays, like you're saying, Arneezy. I would also like to see some level of basic customization or unlockables.
Oh,
Like,
and story
even-
mode.
like-
Yeah.
I mean, even story mode, I really wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't need to be there, but like I think it would be nice. Like
A
not
nice
just
like a gallery and an OST. That would
like
be
for
nice.
example, if you had like a jukebox mode in there, we could just turn on choose your tracks. That would be kind of cool. Or
Yeah.
even for example, if you had, I don't think you guys played Capcom Fighting Jam, so there's no story in that game, but every ending has like a comic panel, like a comic strip, like one page of a comic book, and it shows
Yeah.
like a little like ending or whatever. So I think if
Wait,
we had
wait,
if we had
got
that,
to experience that this year.
I did, yeah.
You got the experience of this year.
yeah,
I
so-
didn't mind it.
So if you had something like that, that would be really nice. Or even like Street Fighter V story mode, where it's just like a few drawings with like text to kind of show just a bit of the lore. I don't know, just even
Yeah.
or even like a single page about a character. Like if you guys go to the Fexel website, you can see there's a character page on each character, and it gives you like a full paragraph of like their story before the Fexel game starts, of
I
like
didn't
where
know
they're
that.
at and what they're doing. Yeah, if you go to Rika's
Okay.
official site, there's a section for each character. And that's not anywhere in the game.
Yeah, it could be like Samurai Showdown, the recent Samurai Showdown, where they give you like a little cutscene. That'll be nice.
Yeah, just a little
Yeah.
little thing, can be just a single image with text. I think if you invite people to learn more, people will take that chance and give them more reason to love these characters because they're so cool. Some of them are really weird looking to people that never played these games before. So like, you want to know like what's their deal? Like, why are you dressed like, you know, a superhero? Why are you dressed like a skeleton? Right? It's just
Look, Fexel is a great crossover game. You have Kamen Rider and JoJo's in there.
Right.
yeah.
And a lot of people love D.Dark. Like, he's very loved.
Yeah, and he's bouncing in that idle animation. Like, why are you so happy when your face looks like that? Like, I don't understand.
Maybe he actually did execute another person on his hit list, because I know he has one. So
Yeah, exactly. To be honest, like the hottest take I have for what I want to see is so if you look at AD now, there's a demo for free. You just can't play online, and you don't get most of the cast. I think you get 5 characters with the demo. Is that correct?
I think it's 4. I believe.
4? Okay,
Granblue?
4 or 5. Yeah. So
Granblue has that free version where you get you always get Gran and
Yeah.
3 rotating characters every week.
I guess I'm maining
okay.
grand then, because I'm not spending that money. Anyways.
so yeah, what I would like to see though, I would like them to do Fexel as free to play, and then you can pay like, I don't know, like 20 bucks to get everything. And then
They
maybe
should-
like the colors you buy individually, the the costumes, if they come out with costumes, you buy them individually. I think that would be
And
really
you can-
nice.
you can add vanilla and 80 in there. That would be incredible. If they could do that for us, that would be incredible. I don't know how it would work with crossplay and stuff, but if they could do that, oh boy. For like 40 bucks, you get 3 games. Ooh.
I think they should put Fighting Layer in there as an added mode.
I
Like
don't
a-
think they
yeah.
can because of the license.
But if they could get it,
Yeah, if they can get it, people are gonna buy it. Then people
Yeah.
have no excuse not to buy it.
because then they can have 3.0 Fexel and then also Fighting Layer.
Dude, more people need to experience the shark.
Yeah.
It's so dumb to fight that shark.
I guess ultimately I just want to see the same passion that they put behind the regular Fexel, despite following Street Fighter V's terrible launch structure for some reason. They still put passion into it. Like, if you go to the credits of Fexel in the main menu and you press the X button, you can create fireworks. And you can press it as many times as you want, and it creates little fireworks.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What? You guys never tried it?
No.
My.
I'm gonna try that right now.
Oh my lord. Okay. Yeah, if you I think it's light punch or medium punch, one of the two.
What the hell?
Or one of the attack buttons. Just try one of the attack buttons. It's one of them.
In the credits of Fexel?
Yeah, in the main menu, if you go to credits, and then you let the credits play. And what's really cool too is that they put the winners of their officially sponsored tournaments. So they put like Justin Wong there for winning Evo the first time.
No way.
Yeah. They even put Makoto winning in the one that I ran for Evo as well, which is really cool.
They better put my ass in there. I went all the way to England. Well, I didn't win anything, but they better put me in
They'd probably
there.
put Zero T if they did an update. Yeah.
I would have tried even harder if that was the
freaking
case.
way. Let me see this.
Yeah, I'm booting it up right now on PC.
Oh my god.
Booting up my PS5 since it'll load faster for me. SSD.
Try it, you guys.
I'm
telling
gonna
you.
hold off on a PS5 probably till like mid next year.
But you don't have to get it now.
No, I want to get the Pro. Yeah, I want to get the Pro. They're releasing.
Should have at least got the one that came with Spider-Man 2, at least. If you had
Yeah. I was gonna buy it, but then I was like, all right. I think if I did buy it, I wouldn't have been able to go to the UK. All right.
You could have just used that UK money.
Yeah, that's true too.
You could have just used that UK money you won.
All right, so what button is it here?
I'm waiting for you to scream.
I don't see fireworks.
Oh my god! You gotta be kidding me!
Oh, it's
You
X.
can actually...
Okay. Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, you can mash it. You can do it rhythmically. Like up to you. You know, unlimited fireworks.
Wow. That's a perfect way to end the year right there with the fireworks.
Isn't that cool? Yeah.
Yeah.
Super fun. Yeah. So actually, one special thing that's like nostalgic for me. I don't know if anyone else feels the same way, but there's a thing in EX3 when you beat the game in arcade mode. There's an end credits, and during the end credits, you fight a massive army of endless drones of like big dudes, little dudes, and they get bigger they get bigger and bigger. Like their fireballs get bigger. The big dude, like the Hugo-like character, gets larger and larger. And you have unlimited meter, you have unlimited health, and the whole goal is to just knock out as many of them as possible. And like, it is the funnest experience ever. I hope they put that kind of mode in. Maybe like fight every Fexel character with whatever character you're playing, and it's just chaos.
Oh, Sony was actually a part of this, huh? Wow.
Yeah, they backed them for their launch. Yeah.
Wow. You put like Evo Champion names here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Good find, Geki. Wow, that's a big Easter egg.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Damn. Okay, well now everyone knows. There we go.
Wait, I mean,
end it on that
it's not
note?
really something that I know. Like I'm gonna I'm just gonna randomly look at the credits.
Well, I want to express my love to you guys. It's been an incredible 3 years. You guys put up with a lot of bullshit too from my side. But yeah, I really appreciate everybody that I've got to know from this, because this really changed my life. Like just this game alone is really what got me to the FGC. Yeah, so I want to express that gratitude to everybody that's watching or listening. Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
It's been a good 5 years, you know. And
Good.
we're just gonna keep going. That's it.
Good 5 years.
Yeah, very good 5 years. But all right, guys. Well, let's move on to the final section, which is the Thunderbolt round. I should make a graphic for this next time. But so we're gonna do rapid fire questions. And Wavy, we're gonna start with you. So Wavy, why did you pick up Skullomania initially? And
he reminded me.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, he reminded me of a little bit of Spider-Man. And he was a goofy, fun character. That laugh and that Skull Dream just stole my heart.
Totally fair. Totally fair. Yeah. And second part of the question, why haven't you pocketed any other characters?
Because that's me in fighting games. I am a one and done character. I cannot... Like, I did a little bit of Shadow Geist here.
I know,
but,
yep.
Yep, but I just dropped. I was like, nah, I'm not going to bother. Yeah.
You're a loyal man.
Yeah, I'm very loyal to one
Yeah,
character.
you're like a penguin when it comes to fighting games. You mate
Do
for
penguins
life.
only one and done?
They mate for life, yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah.
Arneezy, how did you land on Blair as a main, and have other characters interested you enough to fully switch from her? Because you have messed around with a few other characters aside from Blair, but none have really taken you away from the blue-haired lady.
So when I was thinking about maining Alan when the game launched because I played him in the beta.
Okay.
Then I was like, you know what? I really don't like play another Shoto-like character. So with me that likes anime and girls with nicely colored hair, I decided to try out Blair, and she ended up being pretty fun for me because back in the day, back throw and a free cross up was a thing. So
Yep.
Right.
that's why I want that back. I want that back. But
I wasn't
anyways,
there for that, so I'm
no,
lucky.
you wasn't there for that, but I was there. It was glorious. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I just felt like she was a fun character to learn. I mean, I could do like some of her combos easier than everybody else. So because like my execution's garbage in fighting games, so I found her to have quote unquote weird stuff for me to do. And why I haven't fully switched, I think, is because I'm kind of loyal sometimes, to be honest, to characters that I play. Like, yeah, you see me play Terry, you see me play Hayate, especially after he got buffed.
Yeah, you had a good run with him.
But I don't know, just something about Blair just made me stay, to be honest. Like I said, I'm kind of loyal, and I
Might be
felt
that
like
lightning sword, huh?
It could be. Shouts to Disintegration, by the way, for having me learn that, because I sure as hell didn't know. And I think, when you're called the best Blair in the Midwest, I kind of have to keep the character,
That's fair. It's definitely fair. Wavy,
she also has a nice rack. All right, I'll throw that out there. Anyways.
Oh my! I wasn't
my
gonna go
Lord.
there.
We kept the whole stream from being pervy, and now here comes Wavy.
I mean, I kind of said I like girls with nicely colored hair, so I mean that's
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a hit too.
Okay, that's your one, Wavy. That's your one. You can't
That's
say
one
another
more,
thing
yeah.
like that.
No, that's all. That's all.
All right, Wavy.
I
Actually,
think it has PG-13 rated too, so.
no worries. Thank you. Okay, Wavy. Next question is for you. So, Wavy, what is your favorite normal attack, including command normals, in Fexel, and why?
I love crouching medium kick. It's the greatest button ever, and I actually do love Skullo heal. I just wish I could link it to you. Yeah, just give it to me,
Okay,
just give
okay.
it to me, please.
No, but so Skullo's crouch medium kick then?
Yes,
Okay.
I love his crouching medium kick. Yeah.
Okay. If it just
Without
feels
it,
better,
I think it would be so low. Like if you never had crouching medium kick, it would be just a struggle with Skullo.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you like that it's like an actual skeleton kicking with, you can see the bones on the toes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. It's a better crouch medium kick that way, right?
Yes.
Every time Wavy does dangerous heal, he yells out, "Cobra Kai never dies."
No, Wavy is the guy that yells the move when he does it. Like if you,
Yeah.
I don't know if you did that at at Revo, but like, did you say the moves out loud when you were doing it?
For my first match, I yelled out Skullo Dream when I landed the reversal dream in my first match.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Arneezy, what is your favorite special move in Fexel, and why? Special move.
Does not include supers.
No, it does not.
Okay. Hayate's EXDP.
Ooh, okay, how come?
That's a good one.
Because, like, one, it looks cool. Because he's doing flippy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you could juggle afterwards.
Yeah.
Which is always a fun time. Juggling's the name of the game in Fexel.
Very true.
Yeah.
Can I just say, can I give a runner up for Scullo Barrier, of course. Sorry. Continue.
No, it's super.
That's a super though.
Not included.
Super, sorry.
Not included.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm okay.
Now, if he said, "What's your favorite?" Like, if he included supers, I would have put Scullo's Easter egg Scullo Dream.
Nice. Okay, that's surprising.
Okay.
Okay, I thought you didn't really like Scullo that
Yeah,
way.
but just he said special, because that was my question was special.
Mm-hmm.
That's I couldn't really say that.
That's very fair.
Okay,
I mean,
fair
I
enough.
also love when EXDP from Hayate does the sound effect just works so well because it's like a machine gun firing like as he's shooting upwards,
Oh
yeah.
It's so satisfying. So myself, what is my favorite super?
Tell us, Geki.
Yeah, so this really took me a long time because like I'm still struggling to say. So okay, I'll tell you my runner-up. Okay, so my runner-up is Shadowgeist Air 720 Super.
No,
The Easter egg, the Air Demon, the Easter egg version of it. But my favorite super, I think it's gonna be Darune's Indra Bridge super.
Really?
Yeah. Because it is so iconic. People that don't even play Fexel, when they see that motion, they know where it's from. They just can't remember where. And not only that, it's on a grappler that should be, you've seen grapplers all the time in fighting games. Zangief, Hagar, all these different characters, Potemkin. But when do they ever have a launcher and he launches you with your pelvis and you go, like, you don't even go like high like Terry doing a power geyser. You go like to the ceiling.
You go to the sky.
You go to the sky. Like,
the fact that, Darune could just hit you in the sky with his freaking Johnson is kind of amazing.
Yeah, and you can, and the beautiful thing, it encapsulates exactly what Fexel is to me, because it's a bit fun. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's fun. It lets you be creative because you can now juggle whatever you want, and you can do it over and over again.
Yes.
Like you can. My favorite confirm with Darune is doing crouch light kick, crouch medium kick, confirm into super.
I know you're having fun with Darune all the time you choose him, because even round starts with Grandmaster, you have a blast. I can tell.
I love it.
I know you're smiling.
And I love that you can do Indra Bridge, you can do air throw afterwards to get a DDT to set up a perfect, chest bump super or chest bump to get extra meter, and then you have Oki afterwards, like. And you can show people, like, this is fun. You can teach Fexel to someone. You show them Indra Bridge.
That's really what made me play the game. It was just, like, a natural, fun passion for the game. I never thought I was going to get this good at the game at all. Like, never.
Yeah.
Never,
It's crazy. So, yeah, that's my favorite super. It's exactly what Fexel means to me. And I think everyone should do it at least once in training mode. And
hey, Razira. Razira's in the chat.
Razira, Merry Christmas. Shouts to Razira.
He didn't even post a breakfast. I told him to post a breakfast. I wanted to see how this breakfast
I want to see that food too.
That's fair. Wavy, next question is for you. So we're coming to the last three. So which Fexel character would you like as your coworker?
That's a good question. As my coworker. Maybe... This is actually tough, because you want someone that could actually help you, and like, Shadowgeist is not gonna help me. He's gonna be angry all the time. It'll probably be Hook though, because she seems the most friendly.
Okay.
And she seems like she's good with her hands, which she is.
Wavy.
Yeah. Oh wait, I didn't mean it like that at all.
Wow. Okay.
I did not mean it like that. That's on Neezy, okay?
Well, maybe Wavy, you want to say what you do for work, and then that would kind of save you.
Well, I'm a pharmacist technician by career-wise, but yeah, I don't know.
So that's what you mean, like putting the pills in carefully and doing the doses.
Put the label on the vial. Yeah, it should be with her hand. Yeah.
Okay, good. Nice save. Good
job.
So Wavy, not Shirase though, right? It has to be Hokuto.
Yeah, Shirase would just she'll I don't know, she make me want to quit the job, because she'll always she's like the bipolar version of Hookto, right? So
Definitely. That's a good analogy.
put me in a demon, she'll get upset at me. Put me in a demon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arneezy, which Fexel character would you travel with?
Well, that's a good question.
mean, I would say Blair because she's got money, so I would just go everywhere. You know.
Not Pullum though, because Pullum's got a freaking boat.
Yeah,
yeah, that's true.
That's also a hard one too, because you got. But you know, I can get there faster by plane. So,
True.
Yeah. You might
I'm
have
fan
to
of
you
the
can
cruise.
also buy a boat too. So there you go. I mean,
I guess how rich is Blair? I know Blair is like royalty somewhat, but like I know Pullum is a literal princess,
Yeah.
right? So I guess whoever has more money. It's probably like
maybe Pullum is like stuck up, you know, like a lot of princess chicks are like very stuck up, you know, like
You think so? I feel like she's so fun. Who whistles when they're fighting somebody?
that's
You know what I
true,
mean?
too.
Like
Yeah.
maybe she's like psychotic. That's why she whistles when she's beating the crap out of you.
That's possible too.
well, like she throws the tambourine on your head.
I was
for
just
her
gonna
back
say,
row,
she
and
likes
like
tambourine, yeah.
and she has like a little Darun like figure that like pops up. Have you guys noticed her back throw animation? Like if you pause the screen on the back throw where like all the effects appear, like you can see a lot of little Easter eggs of stuff that she has.
Right.
Oh wow, I did not notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What am I
I'm
doing?
I'm not booting up the game again.
That's fine. Check it out later. Just look for Pullum's back throw and then pause the screen when you see that moment because it's really really cool. It's almost like Skullo when Skullo does Skullo Ball, and then the Skullo Ball hits, and then the little characters. What do you remember
like
what they say?
Marks. Yeah, it's like question marks around their heads, small hearts.
Yeah. Which is hilarious.
Great.
That's what I'm saying. These little details are what makes it count, right? All right,
That's
so
why I'm
Blair,
really excited with the Unreal Engine 5 graphics too. It's gonna be epic.
Yeah, it's gonna be gorgeous. The last question for me, I gave myself a violent answer. So, which Fexel character would I fight? So this one I also thought about for a long time because like I don't like fighting people. I don't want to hurt anybody. So
wow, I'm gonna call cap on that. Anyways,
I think I would probably want to fight Garuda because I think I would
character in the game you want to fight other than D.Dark? Nah, I wouldn't.
Just
wanna
because
fight
like if I survive somehow, because honestly I think if I fight anybody I'm gonna die. Like if I fight any of these Fexel characters, they're killing me in some crazy way.
And you think you're gonna survive against Garuda? The dude is like just
No. I just mean like if I survive, it's like if I
Okay.
survived a shark attack. You know, it's like an amazing story, right? I survived a demon samurai who was trying to kill me with his like swords coming out of his chest, and he tried to steal my soul. You know what I mean?
If you were a character in Fexel, you would have a sword. So
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I would take Hayate's. It'd be like
you would be really cool in Fexel, like with your what do you call it? That thing you wear.
The Hakama.
Yeah, that and like with the sword, you actually look pretty cool.
I would just take Hookto's. I would borrow her extra one, and then then I'd take Hayate's sword, and I'd be ready to go.
Exactly. Yes.
I thought you would have answered Hayate because like you would have seen your little samurai training and good, and all that. See how you fare and all that.
But he's
stuff.
cheating, man. He has a laser sword. I don't have a laser sword.
Yeah, throw it on fire. Same difference.
And honestly, like, if I'm gonna die from Garuda, if he's gonna kill me, he's gonna take my soul, but then I'll be a part of him. So my dream would actually be a realization, right? I'd be one with the character.
You'll be inside, yeah. You'll be inside.
Yeah. And and again, if I survive, I'll have a hell of a story to tell somehow. So, it's a win-win for me. I did think about a runner-up as like maybe like Darun, because I feel like the fight would be over so quickly because I would be knocked unconscious almost instantly. So I don't know, he'd like hit me with a belt or something, and then I would just be knocked out, and then the fight would be over. It's like round 1 fight, and then like 30 seconds in, just.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, D.Dark would kill us. He would literally murder us. So.
I feel like he would capture me and then torture me. He wouldn't let me die.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus, man.
Yeah. You've seen his eyes. Like, you guys can tell. He's not all there.
Yeah, he's not all there. That's for sure.
He's seen some shit.
I think Blair would, like, feel sorry for us. She's just, Like she wouldn't even bother. Like she'll like pimp slap us and then just walk away. You know.
Yeah,
Like,
that's definitely true.
Yeah.
And I feel like Russell would throw you into a volcano, and then he'd probably still try to cross you up or mix you up.
And then he'll taunt you with his beautiful hair.
Exactly. Yeah. He'll throw some cards into the fire.
Yeah.
Was this your card? Was this your card?
All criticism is self-criticism. That's very true, Rob.
Makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me for the roundtable. Any final thoughts to kind of wrap this up?
No, thank you so much, Geki. We always appreciate you and doing all this for us, especially you too, Neezy. Maybe the Gogi Classic and the Suga Series will return next year with a new game. That'll be cool.
I mean, I can't really call it the Gogi Classic if the damn game ain't gonna have Gogi.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah. I never thought of that. Okay, got me there.
Arneezy, for you?
It's as I said, earlier in the stream. It's kind of weird that you were streaming this, but that's okay. It saved me the time of making an overlay again, and all that fun stuff. But I know Razira is here with us in spirit. So yeah, I appreciate Wavy you stepping in for that. I appreciate another year of Roundtable. It's always fun to candidly talk about Fexel and stuff like that. But hopefully next year we can get some more things happening. I know with everybody's real life schedule, it can be pretty hectic, but we always enjoy our time with
shout out to Rob and Joshido and all the players, Zerkmeister, everyone that's in the Fexel Discord. Mike.
Yeah, and so hopefully we'll be able to have more conversations about Fexel on April 1st, 2024.
Let's go.
That's the day they launched
something.
They
Maybe they'll use my voice acting. That'll be great. It's on YouTube, everybody. Go watch it. Give me a like.
No, but thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing this with me, you guys. I really appreciate the support throughout the year. To all the players for joining the events, the monthly events, supporting the content that we put out, and just, the constant matches. I mean, shouts to Arcader, for example. He has been improving so much in the past couple of months.
Shouts to Arcade.
Yeah, he's been putting so much work on PC. So, like, if you're in the PC matchmaking channel, if you see him post, please respond to him because he is dedicated as all hell. And it's nice. It kind of reminds me of you, Wavy, how, like, because you really took to... Like, when you saw a little bit of improvement, you kind of really took it far, and you kind of really pushed yourself, and I think I really enjoyed seeing that. So, and I think it was helpful for you. I think you've told me before that, like, because it was you and Robib that kind of started around the same time, and you were roughly the same skill level, you kind of, like, pushed each other back and forth. And I felt that was kind of similar with me and Razira, because when I started the Vancouver scene, I had him to go back and forth with as well. And because it was just us two, like, it was a lot easier to kind of keep going further,
Right.
And then we just grew from there. So yeah, I definitely just want to see pairings a lot more often in our community. So, but no, thanks again, everyone. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna be. Actually, I'll do a little teaser of an announcement, and I'll do an actual announcement officially. But there's going to be some Fexel content consistently coming your way in the new year. I'm figuring out the logistics. I've secretly told Wavy, and I think I've casually mentioned it to Arneezy as well, but this layout is going to look a little familiar when you see it next. So keep your eyes on the channels. I'll post in the announcements in the Discord channel, of course. If I can ask a small favor for the new year, just once in a while, if you're watching some Fexel stuff, playing Fexel, whatever, make sure you go into Twitch, go on YouTube. If you see a Fexel video or someone playing the game on stream, just pop in, say hello. Just let us know that we exist, because there's so many times where, like, people they just genuinely have no idea. Social media is not that, it doesn't have a big enough net cast over everybody, right? We're not the biggest people on Twitter and whatnot, so just if you could reach out to people, just say, hey, there's a guide, there's a Discord, whatever. Most people are pretty happy to join and happy to oblige, and just, if we can add one or two more people every so often, I think we'll be pretty happy. So thank you so much, guys, for a great year. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everyone. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Bye, everybody else.
Take care, guys. Bye.
Take care.